when we were making the video for Tech Talk, we were trying to find a way to make the video interesting and fun, and to inject most of our personalities into the video so that it will become more relatable to the viewer. And we had a lot of fun filming the video. As seen in the earlier parts of the video, we went outside, which is one of the first times we went outside in a long while. So we had a lot of fun there, as well as in the post production for the video. We made sure to do our best with the given materials and the given time.
Paper airplanes are cool, don't you think? You've made a lot with your friends. In this video, we'll make sure that yours is the best.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause.
So, how do we make planes good? First, we must understand how they work. How do paper airplanes fly? Well, with air, but specifically aerodynamics. How gases like air interact with moving objects like paper airplanes. Try putting your hand in a perpendicular position to the ground and move it in this motion. You can feel the air, right? Now try placing it parallel to the ground. What do you notice? It moves smoother. That's essentially what learning aerodynamics is about. Trying to make objects move smoother through the air. Instead of pushing more air, it glides through it. There are four forces involved in aerodynamics. The first one is drag. Drag is the force acting opposite to the motion of the object with respect to the surrounding fluid, in this case, the air. Drag is what slows the planes down. Airplanes that push a lot of air have a lot of drag. Hence, to lessen the drag, we must reduce the amount of air being pushed during the motion so less energy is required to move forward. The next force is thrust. Thrust is the force that propels the forward motion of the object. It is essential to having longer flights. In paper airplanes, the majority of the thrust comes from the thrower. Afterwards, it essentially becomes a glider and turns altitude into forward motion. The goal is to have more thrust than drag. Gravity is a force that I'm sure we are all familiar with. It is the force that brings an object closer to the center of the earth. In airplanes, it is what brings it back to the ground. Obviously, weight plays a major role in gravitational force, so the goal is to minimize the weight of the airplane. The final force is lift. It is the direct opposite of the object's weight and gravity. Lift is the upward force that keeps the object in the air. In this case, the air below the plane pushes harder than the air above the plane, which pushes the plane downwards. Reducing the amount of pressure on the wing surface helps create more lift. For example, wings are curved so that the air on top of the wing moves faster and then creates more lift. To achieve flight longevity, all these four forces must be in balance. Nowadays, people who design airplanes have a focus of increasing the lift while needing less thrust, resulting into a slow and gentle flight.
To demonstrate the concepts of aerodynamics, let's make some airplanes. Did you see that? This is why the dart is not the world record holder. Its narrow wings causes too little lift, and its center of mass is in the middle instead of in the front, which causes it to be less stable. Again, another airplane falls to the ground. The glider is also not the world record holder. As you can see, it had broad wings which allowed it to glide through the air, hence its name. Yet, due to that, it had too much drag. The drag requires more thrust, or the power of the thrower, for it to glide and cover a longer distance. Finally, a good airplane. This paper airplane is the world record holder created by John Collins and named Suzanne. This airplane is very stable, aerodynamic, cuts through the air like a piece of blade.
Observing the speed of paper airplanes and watching them go far is cool and all, but why? First, a quarter of total emissions could be from flying by 2050. Second, flights, especially for long distances, are inefficient in fuel consumption. Third, a sheer number of flights conducted contribute greatly to global warming. Flights are essential and are thus unavoidable. Drag reduction and the improvement of this drag could help improve the aerodynamic efficiency of airplanes.